Hello, hello everyone. Oh my goodness, do we have a topic today? We are getting real today. Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, this is day 4 of our LinkedIn Leadership Live series where I am giving tips, tricks, and secrets to help women of color land leadership roles. It is my mission, it is my movement to put more women of color in leadership roles and in positions of power. And in honor of Black History Month, I'm going to be going live every day for 21 days in February, and we are on day 4. I'm just so excited to share with you all, to be here. It's 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 really amazing that as a Black woman, I have this platform, I have this network to share, to talk about topics that are dear and near to our hearts and help us professionally. So, we're going to get into it. Hey, welcome. If you're new to my channel, if you're new to my network, hey, I am Latrice Huff, career and leadership coach to ambitious women of color. And I do these lives. Sometimes I do them. Sometimes I'll do just out of the blue. Other times I'll do a whole string. And then this month I am doing the 21 days. I'm calling it the leadership LinkedIn Leadership Live series. That's what I'm calling it, right? And today's topic is how to properly brag as a Black woman. And really, it's like how to properly brag as a Black woman in corporate. And I actually had another topic scheduled, and this came up from a conversation that I've had with some of my clients today. I have these office hours where they can just come and ask me any questions. And the topic came up of like bragging, highlighting your achievements, putting credentials behind your names, and what they've been told versus like what you see people who are succeeding actually doing, right? So how do we as Black women properly brag without, people having biases against us, without people judging us, without people thinking we're conceited or cocky, right? And then on the flip side, if we don't brag, if we don't highlight our achievements, then they think we don't have the education, we don't have the experience, we don't have the accomplishments, and it's just simply not true. So it's kind of like this catch 22. So how do you do it? One, please know you can't please everybody. You just can't please everybody, and people are going to talk. And guess what? We're perfectly okay with that. So let's just ground that there. We still want to get our leadership roles, we want to get things accomplished. And in order to be in a leadership role and sustain that, you have to share your accomplishments. You have to be speaking in front of executives and letting them know what's going on with your team. What's the status update on these initiatives? You have to do that. All right, I see some people joining in. If you're joining in, give me a hey, hi. Sometimes the comments don't show up on my screen, you guys. So I'm going to be looking at my phone for the comments because I want to give you all a shout out. Make sure you all tell me where you're joining in from too. I've seen we've had people join from all over the world, like parts of Africa, parts of Europe, all over the US. So I'm just amazed. So I want to give you all a shout out. So as you join in, give me a hey, hi. Let me know where you're joining in from. Love it. And if you're listening and you are loving this series and you're like, Latrice, I'm in a leadership role and I want to be more confident, or Latrice, I would like a leadership role, and you're already in that 6-figure mark and you want to go to the multiple 6 figures, right? Be sure to DM me. And you can also book a call with me and put my banner. Look, y'all, I was like, I need to brag. I need to take my own advice. I need to take my own advice and start sharing my accomplishments and making more offers, right? And one of the things that we're also doing in combination with the leadership series with my clients on the back end, I'm doing a 21-day career confidence challenge. And the first 7 days I'm sharing with you all. And day 4 is who you need to become. I want you all to write down as we're going through this, who do you need to become to achieve your goals? Right? Maybe that woman you need to become, maybe she brags a little. Maybe she brags on her accomplishments, right? Maybe she talks about like what she does. Maybe that's who you need to become, someone who's confident in who they are and their achievements and know that they can properly talk about their achievements without coming off as conceited or cocky, right? And here's the thing, maybe that woman you need to become knows that bragging is not a bad word. Okay, it's about how you do it. If you're just sharing your accomplishments and achievements, that's a great thing, and that's going to take you so far. All right. So as we continue on, that's where we're kind of coming from, you guys. All right. And I would love to hear from you. So let me make sure I'm checking the comments. All right. So to start us off, we're just going to know there's no foolproof way to say, like, okay, I need to think about what every single person in the universe is going to think of me. Like, people are going to think what they're going to think, right? It's your job to still go after your goals and protect yourself. That's your job. But as a Black woman, I know that we have these additional stigmas on us no matter what we do or how we speak about. And sometimes you just got to let that be. You need to be who you are. Because if you do not create your own narrative, somebody else will. So you need to be telling them. Okay. So that's number one. I also have, please know, let's get this. Bragging is not a bad word. I want you all to think about it as just highlighting your accomplishments and your achievements. That's all you're doing. You're sharing about what you've done. You're sharing those initiatives. You're going to have to get used to doing this. How else are you going to get that interview? How are you going to get that six-figure role? How are you going to get that leadership role? How are you going to get multiple six figures? How are you going to get your bonus if you're not telling them what you're doing? Like, seriously, how are you going to achieve your goals if you never tell anybody what you've achieved? Like, think about that, right? All right. Then, and this came up. Please know that there are well meaning people in your life. And this could be family members, this could be friends, this could even be colleagues and coworkers. Well meaning people, and they could even be other Black women who will give you bad advice based off their limiting beliefs. They'll say, "Oh, girl, don't ask for that much money. Oh, you got a good job. You should stay where you at." Right? They be like, don't put your credentials behind your name. That's gonna turn people off. They're gonna think you better than everybody. Oh, don't put your PhD. No, mm-mm. These are well-meaning people who just giving us bad advice based on their own limiting beliefs. And then when you see other people breaking the rules, because our rules is don't say this, don't say that, then you see other people breaking the rules and winning. And I always say we have to break the rules to win because the rules weren't designed for us to win. So if you could follow every single rule and still not be where you want to be, and you'd be like, well, dang, Latrice, I followed every rule. But those rules weren't designed for you to win. They were designed to keep you playing small and complacent. Okay. So just know there can be well meaning people who give you advice that's not going to move the needle in your career for you. And that's okay. You don't need to take all everyone's advice. Okay. Especially when the advice is based in fear. This how you know. If the advice is based in fear, like, oh, somebody gonna do that. Oh, what about this? And it's fear, that's a clear indication. You only take that advice because it's based in fear. Okay. And then the next thing, please, I've talked about this before. Please put your credentials behind your names. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not playing. And next person, if you comment, I'm gonna check to see if your credentials behind your name. I'm gonna call you out. If you like something, I'm gonna check your credentials behind your name. So I'm not playing with y'all. Put those credentials behind your name. It's a reason that you got that degree, you got that master's degree, you got that PhD. It's a reason. And people were like, what if it's not in my field? Okay, it still shows that you've mastered something, you've completed something, you have a certain amount of general knowledge. It's amazing. It still helps put you on a different level. So still share it. Okay. All right. So please do that, right? And I want you to think about, how are you sharing your accomplishments on your resume? Are they on your resume? Make sure. Another way that you can properly break as a Black woman, you can be making conversation with the leaders and the executives and be like, yeah, I'm this new initiative. Oh, it's doing great. I'm so proud of my team, and we're being able to do this, and this. And yes, right. You can talk about what you're doing, especially if it's geared to an initiative. You can also talk about like how what you're doing or what you accomplished. makes their job easier, like solves a problem for the company, right? You can also do that. These are ways to properly brag where people are like, oh, wow, this is great. Let me check the comments, you guys. Just seeing. All right. And when you have to be like, yeah, this is great. All right. Here's some more. Like, y'all see, I got my little paper here. I'm trying to like look at my paper, look at the comments. Don't mind me. All right. And then again, so I got to tell people what you've been working on, tell people what you've been up to. And here's one way you don't need nobody's permission to do this. You should be bragging on LinkedIn. I'm seeing people all the time. You finish your certification, go ahead and put that on LinkedIn. So they even have a celebration button where you can celebrate and let other people celebrate you. It's a great way to kind of ease yourself into bragging, right? And you'll get celebrated. People will be in your inbox. Who knows? It could even bring you a job offer. Did you just pass a certification? Did you take another like a training that you're great that you're excited about? I have a lot of my clients now, they're doing speaking engagements, right? Do you have a speaking engagement that you want to share? You should be sharing when you get the speaking engagement booked, when you do the speaking engagement, and after the speaking engagement, right? And this is and doing this on LinkedIn is a platform your boss or nobody else in that company owns. And again, if you scared they're gonna see what you're gonna do, one, block them. Two, it's okay, right? So you should be LinkedIn has so many features where you can share what you're doing. You could take a course on LinkedIn and they make it very easy to be like, "Oh, I'm sharing this." And I don't want you all to be like, "This is easy for Latrice." It's not. It's something I had to grow into as well. Like the first time I was talking to an executive about something I was doing, I stuttered all over my words. I don't even know if I got two full sentences out, but I did it. And then the next time it got easier and easier and easier. To the point I had a young man come up to me and he was like, Latrice, teach me how you do this. You go up and you talk to him. He's like, can you tell me how you do this? I was like, oh yeah. But I was like, I still get nervous. I still get tongue tied. Even then, when I started my own business and then started like posting testimonials on LinkedIn, you all, I get so every time I share a testimonial, I get so nervous. Like some of the first testimonials I would share would be at like 11 or 12 o'clock at night because I was so nervous. And I was like, I gotta share this, but I kind of didn't want anybody to see just because I was like, I don't want people to think I'm bragging. And so I would be like, it's all about my client, right? Now I have to be like, I'm proud of what I help my clients achieve. So I don't want you all to be like, it's just easy for everybody. I grew up the same way. Like women shouldn't brag. Don't talk about what you're doing. You don't want nobody to think you better than them. I grew up hearing the same exact things, you guys. But sitting in HR, sitting in that chair, seeing how the people who brag and talk and they were getting the bonuses, the raises, the promotions, I was like, well, wait a minute. Could possibly I might have been told wrong. Or maybe what I was told worked to get me to a certain point. And now when I want to go to the next level, I need a new set of criteria. I need a new way, right? And it's nothing wrong with that. All right. So, you guys, I really hope this has been helpful. Be sure to share this out because I know there's a woman out there who is like, I don't want to brag. I don't want people to think I'm saying like I'm better than somebody else. So she's not sharing her accomplishments. She's just doing these things and nobody knows she's doing them. Please send this to her. Tag her in the comments. It is okay. And if you all have any questions that I didn't answer, put them in the comments. I'm going to be responding afterwards because for whatever reason, again, I'm not always seeing the comments on my screen. So be sure to go ahead and put the comments in. If you're watching live, give me a hashtag live. And then if you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. All right. See ya. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Bye.